Building an indie business in the center of venture capital. I am Alex Edmonds. People on the internet call me Supreme Rumham, and this is the Building an Indie Business podcast recorded in the Indie Business Studio. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about how I launched Wanna Dog on Product Hunt. So I'm going to talk about my goals, what happened that I didn't reach those goals. And then I'm going to compare previous product hunt launches that I've done to this product hunt launch, and I'm going to examine the difference between the product hunt launches. Okay, so let's get into it. So, first off, my goal. I had two goals. I wanted one or the other to happen for this product hunt launch. I either wanted a shit ton of visits to the website, or I wanted someone to buy something. Neither of those happened. So, yeah, that sucks. So, the results of the product hunt launch were I got 12 upvotes and 1 comment. So compared to the arrow drawings, which product hunt launch that I did in January of 2022, where that one got 21 upvotes and 6 comments, it wasn't as good. Wah, wah. But it was better than the Ultimate Paintball Guns one that I also did in January of 2022, where I got 8 upvotes and 3 comments. But it was not better than, of course, the product hunt launch of this very podcast, where I got 75 upvotes and 21 comments. So, what I think was different between this product hunt launch and every product hunt launch I've done since the podcast product hunt launch is that I had a community behind me when I did the podcast launch. It was March of 2020. We were all just like getting used to being at home. We were all on the internet all the time. And also I was part of a community. I was very involved in MakerLog. I was very involved in MakerLog. I had open podcasts up and running, and it was going. So I had the support of those two communities, where those two communities are like product hunt people, right? So that helped me there. Yeah, dude, that was crazy. I was 12th. I was the 12th product of that day with my little podcast. Imagine that. That was crazy. Yeah. So right now, I'm not in any community. I'm just hanging out. Like, yeah, I'll visit MakerLog a little bit every once in a while, but I'm not very active. I talk to individual people. Jeff, friend of the podcast, very good friend of the podcast, he upvoted it. One thing I also did differently in this product hunt launch, which I've never done, but this actually didn't help, is I leaned on those communities that they like, you post in their community your product at launch and people will go upvote it. I did that, and they didn't, they didn't do anything. Like, one guy from one of the communities did it, but other than that, I don't think anyone else did. Yeah, maybe 2 guys I see. Yeah, it was not very helpful. And then, so that was on Telegram. And then, what else happened? Oh, I did it on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn was the worst, because I joined those groups, and then I just put my link in, and people keep like trying to add me and message me, and it's only been a day. And it's so annoying. Just leave me alone. I don't want your spam. Wow. That was insane. And then, yeah, so I think that was the big issue, is that Product Hunt is about community. Like, you have to rally your community around this in whatever product you have, and um you know, get them to support it. Come out and support, It's like voting. It's literally voting. It's voting for my product, right? And it sucks because this time I was prepared. When I did the podcast, product at launch, um, I had no way of getting people to come back to me, right? I didn't really have an email list. So now I was ready for that, and I didn't get anything. I think it was 5 clicks to the website, and no one bought anything. Um, so yeah, that sucked. It was a good experience though, I guess. I mean, it's a backlink, so that's something. I got something out of it. Um, yeah, I don't really know what to say about Product Hunt. What else? I did the GIF. Uh, that was good. I chose good images. Um, oh, that was the other thing I wanted to mention. So, another thing with just Wanna Dog in general versus, the podcast. The podcast, they had a category for like what niche I was going for. So I was going for the marketing niche, education, audio, tech, because I was talking about all those things, right? I didn't really have that. There was no like, oh, consumer product category that I could place Wanna Dog in, which is what I thought was going to be there. But, I was able to have adult coloring pages. I was able to have dogs. So I had those 2 categories. Yeah. The images were nice. My images for the podcast sucked. It was just like the logo. Um yeah, and for for Wanna Dog, I had like my very best coloring pages. It had the watermark on them, but you know, I don't want to give out the original images. Um, yeah, I just think, people are over Product Hunt for the most part. Like, Product Hunt had their time, you know, it not like the maker community had its time with Product Hunt, and now that's over. And I think it's over because right now the Golden Kitties are being done for this year, and it's a lot of like big companies that are winning Product of the Year, or that are basically being promoted by Product Hunt, and it's like they don't need Product Hunt help. Like, all right, Product of the Year. Let's see the nominees. It's Threads, Notion, ChatGPT. You know, these aren't products that need to be Product of the Year. Why not have it be an actual maker, right? Not someone who paid for it. Or that's probably the thing, is that they paid for it. Yeah, there's no. It's not makers anymore. It's them trying to cash in on the community, which sucks. So yeah, that's another issue, is that they don't really like to support makers anymore, and I will say that publicly. I'm doing it publicly. I will take that soundbite and put it on my Twitter and tag people from Product Hunt and let them know that I don't think they support makers as much as they used to. They cashed out. Yeah. So, what do you want from me? Yeah. So, that is my Product Hunt launch for Wanna Dog. I got nothing out of it. Yeah, a lot of work for basically nothing. I got a backlink. I'll say that. I got a backlink. You know, Product hunt launches are for backlinks. Hashtag product hunt for backlinks. That's all I have for this episode. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.